I'm going to start with you here, Marcus. More significant departure. Would you go Davante Adams or Tyreek Hill?
Oh, I went back and forth on this.
Yeah.
Molly Q. What's up, Jeff? I go Tyreek.
What's up, mate?
And the reason I go Tyreek, what's up, big dog? The reason I go Tyreek is because I've never seen this Kansas City Chiefs offense without him. I don't know if they are as explosive. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is going to be the same quarterback that we've watched up into this part of his career without Tyreek Hill. I know Aaron Rodgers is an MVP before Davante Adams. I know Aaron Rodgers is going to play well. I also get concerned about Mahomes last year turning the football over. And every time I think of a critical moment in the Kansas City Chiefs season or a play that needed to be made, it was either Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill. And I'm not sure if Kelce's ability to operate was because of 10 being out there and his ability to get over the top of defenses and take over games, not only with speed, but just putting the ball in his hands. So, look, I know what Davante means to Green Bay. I understand how him and Aaron Rodgers had that cohesion and that synergy, and I know it's a huge loss. But when I look at this Kansas City Chiefs offense and I think about where they've been, and sometimes their I won't say inability, their stubbornness not to run the football, which I saw Green Bay go to Arizona when Arizona was hot during the season last year without Davante Adams and a number of wide receivers and was still able to manage and win that football game. I just don't know that about Kansas City because I have not seen them without Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes in that offense creating fear in the heart of people, because not only do you have to worry about him, you got to worry about Travis Kelce underneath, which I think benefits a lot from having Tyreek Hill on that roster. Those are my arguments.
I'm the complete opposite, Swagoo. Listen, I appreciate Tyreek Hill. He's a heck of a ball player. I get all that. Andy Reid has produced some really good offenses, and he'll find a way, whether it's with Smith-Schuster, Kelce. I mean, you can keep going down the line. He'll continue to find guys. They may even go out and get another guy. Green Bay is at a completely different point for an organization. It is win now, win now, win now. And when you let the greatest tandem between QB and receiver in the league and you let 50% of that walk out the door, that's a big problem, and it's extremely significant. And here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers. He is an incredible quarterback, MVP, all that implies. He also is one of those guys, and I played with him, who loves the rapport and the trust of his receiver. So there's a reason why he's never had a rookie receiver have more than 38 catches. It's because he loves to know exactly where that receiver is going to be, when he's going to be there, and that he's going to make the play that Aaron expects him to make. As you've watched Davante Adams and that relationship grow for so many years, you've seen in the biggest moments, it's not between Kelce and Hill like it is for Patrick Mahomes. It's one dude. He's finding one dude, man, and that dude always is in the right place at the right time. That is a very difficult thing to try to recreate, especially in a short window. And when you're talking about a quarterback who continues to threaten, not only he wouldn't be a Packer, but he might not play at all, that's a big issue. And so when you're thinking about Green Bay, especially in the NFC, where now is definitely the time. I'm with you. I'm just saying this.
Molly.
In the NFC, it's the best chance to win, and they've let that thing out the door.
I got him, Molly.
No.
I got him.
How?
I got him.
I'm waiting.
This is the first argument back. This is the first argument back from me being off. Molly, what conference did Davante Adams just go to?
Davante Adams is going to the AFC West.
AFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
What conference have we been talking about this offseason as far as AFC West being the gauntlet and where we expect these teams to come from? Molly, what team does Josh Allen play for?
The Buffalo Bills, AFC East.
So now you telling me that Patrick Mahomes losing one of the best players at the wide receiver spot in that conference where who we consider the best wide receiver just joined, Russell Wilson is in Denver, Justin Herbert is with the Chargers, we got and Tyreek Hill leaving Kansas City ain't the bigger loss, your gauntlet is way harder than the one Aaron Rodgers is going to have to travel.
We haven't had the draft yet, though. Keep in mind, they got 5 picks for that receiver.
Molly,
so,
we ain't talking about the draft. We talking about right now.
Well, I'm just saying, 5
we talking
picks,
about right now.
That's a haul.
Molly,
what's the best conference in football, Jeff Saturday?
Listen.
What's the best conference in football?
Best division's AFC West.
It don't matter. It's about which team. How is the significance? Hey, listen, Green Bay has a much easier shot at getting to the Super Bowl than Miami, right? Or the Chiefs, right? If you think about AFC versus NFC, does Green Bay have an easier road to get to the Super Bowl than any of those AFC teams? So you lost the greatest duo in the NFC. You let that dude walk out your door. You now have put yourself from being the top team in the NFC to maybe 4 or 5. And you can't expect that same relationship to grow because you don't have those same picks that Kansas City has. And I understand Green Bay is sitting where they want to. They can go, they can compete. It's an arms race. But Aaron Rodgers takes time to build that rapport as opposed to Andy Reid getting back to that philosophy of getting the ball out of his hands and being on time. That's where the turnovers were created last year for Mahomes.
So until Davante Adams was traded to the Las Vegas Raiders, Tyreek Hill was considered one of the top receivers in that division. In that conference. And you telling me losing him in the same conference that just got way harder is not a bigger loss?
No, absolutely not. Green Bay has to win now. Listen, even if both teams, even if you look at this from a long-term perspective, short-term or long-term, how quick, I'm asking you this honestly, how quick do you believe Andy Reid will get this offense back on track and get them back to performing and getting up to that level?
Jeff,
at the end of this season? Do you think by the end of the season they can be as good?
No, I don't, Jeff Saturday. I don't believe the Kansas City Chiefs offense can be as good as they've been without Tyreek Hill until they show me that. Until Green Bay shows me that they could be as good without Davante Adams. But my point is, what I think is the point of the argument is, it's a tougher road in the AFC. And you just gave away Tyreek Hill.
Significance. Listen, this might be Aaron Rodgers' last season. Green Bay has a chance, has a true opportunity to go back to the Super Bowl, correct? If you're talking about significance, when you lose,
easier road.
They don't have a Travis Kelce to depend on. They don't have a run game. They don't have another wide receiver or skill player they're going to depend on. MVS just walked out the door as well. So Cobb is going to replace it. So when you look around, they don't have the same talent as Kansas City has around their roster.
Marcus.
This was the guy. This was the guy for the Packers. When he walked out the door, Swagoo, it put a huge hole. It is enormous for this football team. And this was one of the top dogs in the NFC. And now they become a top 5 instead of a top 2 because of that loss.
Marcus, you honestly believe the Packers have a better shot at the Super Bowl this season than Showtime Mahomes, Andy Reid, and 5 picks?
Making it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely. Molly, are y'all not following me on how good this AFC is about to be?
Yeah.
We just saw the Kansas City Chiefs with Tyreek Hill not score a point in the second half against the Cincinnati Bengals. We're not even talking about other teams. I'm talking about they may not win their division. They may not win their own divion. And now you got to go outside of that. Everybody expects Buffalo to be the team.
Jimmy G. With Davante Adams. Come on, Marcus. It's not like they made any noise. They keep losing the NFC Championship.
Thank you. Swagoo,
Molly.
If Tyreek Hill is on the Kansas City Chiefs roster this season, how much more of a chance do you give them to make the Super Bowl? Are they your number 1? If Tyreek Hill's on the Chiefs right now, are they still your number 1? And how far did they drop when you took them off of their roster?
When Tyreek Hill left the roster, I put Kansas City third in the AFC West.
And they were one before.
They were two. I had the Chargers one. I thought the Chargers actually ascended them before they got rid of Tyreek Hill. Because I look at that division,
so they dropped
and here's what I say, Jeff. They dropped one spot because I don't know what the Vegas Raiders defense is going to be. I got a lot of confidence in the Chargers defense now with Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson and Joseph Day coming over. I got a lot of confidence in the fact that Denver is already a good defense. We all lamented that they were a quarterback away from being legitimate contenders. The Raiders may be better offensively than the Chiefs. That's a legitimate conversation that we're going to have as we come up on this season with the addition of Davante, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, and Josh Jacobs because they run the football as well.
Last word
you go
here,
to the
Saturday,
AFC
and then we got to move on.
Because of the most significant shift, and that was Davante Adams going there. That's the only reason they're in the conversation. One team got significantly worse. One team got significantly better.
Tyreek left.
Thank you.
Tyreek left.
Now, though. It's because Davante's there. Come on, you got to admit he got you a little bit on Vegas. You wrapped that up. That was a nice bow, Jeff. You should host the show. Marcus, just take that out.
The question is...
You're really not going to like me after this next segment. Trust me.
The question is the most significant departure.
Yeah.
The most significant departure is the departure of the team where the guys in the toughest path to get to the Super Bowl that's no longer there.
I don't know.